Garden of Gethsemane, almost all the way down the hill from the Mount of Olives, almost to the Kidron Valley. And that straight ahead of me is the East Gate. The East Gate. That's one way to catch them. You catch fish with a net, you catch olives with a net. And here is no doubt
I feel like we're missing people, and I see Dennis over there.
Okay, brothers, sisters. So, brothers and sisters, come, David, come, Raymond. Just a few words about who we are. This is the Garden of Gethsemane, the old friend. And first time I remember coming here during the harvest, actually harvesting olives. So we remember after Jesus had his last meal, the Seder meal, he came down here with some of the disciples. And they went out. They came to the garden, and this is where Jesus was praying to the Father, take this cup away from me, nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. And 3 times he would say this prayer, and each time he'd come back, he would find the disciples asleep. During the meal, the Seder meal, what's that? Your time is a bit open. During the Seder meal, we only have 4 cups of wine, so I guess I would understand why they were falling asleep. But he keeps coming and he prays on this rock more intentionally. Father, take this cup away from me, but nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. And even sweats drops of blood over here. And finally, once I assume the prayer was answered, he was betrayed by Judah. He led the priests and the servants over here, and he identified Jesus with a kiss. And from here, they took him to Caiaphas' house. So, what happened here was, I think, 2 wheels went into the garden. Only 1 wheel came out of the garden. And this was the last place where Jesus was a free man. He came out from here tied, and he was led to Caiaphas, and then later on to Pilate, and then later on to the cross. And the church that we're standing in front of, it was built by Antonio Ballucci. It was one of the 4 originals that were built by Helena, the queen, the mother of Constantine, which later on was torn down. And then later on it was rebuilt. And then later on it was torn down by the Muslims. And then it was rebuilt by the Crusaders. And then it was torn down by the Mamluks. And finally it was rebuilt in the 1930s by Antonio Ballucci. And And if you heard all of that, you can do copy paste to most of the churches that were built by Antonio Barlucci. Therefore, they like to show the older relics of the older buildings, of the Crusader building, as the Byzantine church and what have you. This church over here was designed in such a way that it's a little bit dark on the inside. There's not a lot of light that comes through these alabaster windows, and it's like that on purpose. It's called the Church of Agony, is the name that was given. And since they built it in the 1930s, when the market exchange crashed and the finance ran out, Antonio Barlucci told many nations around, if you would help support the church, I will dedicate a chapel to each country who does.
This is like one real old olive tree here in the Garden of Gethsemane. Look at the bark on this tree.
The butterfly one? Yeah, that's a good, that's fine.